I have been serving clients in real estate for the past 10 years. And one of the questions that we always get from most of our realtors, questions that we normally ask you guys is, how's your credit? That's a question that comes up from a mortgage lender, from a realtor. How's your credit? I always knew my credit score. I don't know about you, but since I was 18 years old, my highest score has reached at least 710. And my lowest score, and I'm not too proud of that fact, has hit 430. Now, I'm happy that my son is small, because one thing I want you to know, they don't teach this in school. So if you want to ignore this information, they want you to ignore it. Now, if you choose to just stop listening, they want you to stop listening. I'm telling you, this is what they don't teach you, and they want you to lose money. Now, when I broke my leg and lost my job, I had over $200,000 in debt back in 2008. And I owed American Express. I owed Discover. I owed GMC. I owed MasterCard. I owed Visa. I had 2 motorcycles I borrowed from Harley Davidson. I had personal loans on my credit file that totaled at least $48,000 that turned into a judgment on my credit file. I also had, it took me about 3 years to actually remove this information on my file. George, what's up? George, what's up, man? Thanks for choosing in. I hope y'all stay here, because, again, they don't teach this in school. So if you think it's ignoring, you're going to lose money in the future. Now, the negative debt, it took me 3 years to remove this stuff off my credit, right? And what I learned during the process is now being taught to you. This is what I'm saying. I went out there and got it myself and went through experience. Now listen, so you could do it. It works. Now my ups and downs will give you wisdom. You need to conquer the credit game. My ups and downs. Johns, thanks for tuning in. All right. Now, if you're a hustler, you're gonna love this information. You're gonna actually admire. You're gonna love it. If you admire hustlers, then you're gonna love this information too. Sorry, Mom. I got the kid. This is all messing up. I'm just saying, this advice is good for anyone, if you're a hustler or not a hustler. Now, first, we're going to have to understand scores, though. In order for me to really help you with credit, you got to understand your scores. Now, the scores matter most. Now, the scores come from where? The Fair Isaac Credit Corporation. You heard? Fair Isaac Credit Corporation is a company that what it does is basically prognosticate in the future if you can make payments in the next 2 to 3 years on time. That's what it does. Now, if you have a high score, that means the least likelihood you will ever be late or default on a payment. All right? The least likelihood of that happening. Now, if the higher your score, again, the better your credit, the better chances of you getting everything you want. Now, please still stay on tune. I'm telling you, I want y'all to understand. So many people don't even know what scores means. Now, the companies use these scores to determine what? If they're going to extend you credit or give you financing or give you that loan. So please, if you plan on getting a mortgage later on, a boat, a car, listen to what I'm about to say so that you could save money and interest, because people are getting killed by the banks. Now, scores range from 300 to 800 plus, okay? Let's start with the 800 plus score. This is where 1% of the population is right now. 1%. Well, the 1%ers, of course, they're elites. They should be there. If your score is in this range, now I just want you to know, you don't have to be an elite to get to the 1%ers. 800 score, I can teach you that. Now, no lender will ever reject you, okay? And additionally, your APR, your interest rates are going to be the lowest possible ever. And this is what I'm trying to get to people right now, where the banks want you to lose, and that's why they don't teach you this in school. They want you to pay high interest rates. If you have a high score, you pay low interest rates. Bank make no money off of you. But if you have a low score, you're excited about getting that loan. When you have 800 plus credit score, you're treated like royalty. You know, you achieve this excellent credit, it requires a lot of work. But most importantly, it requires that you have financial knowledge and discipline. Discipline is simply like not spending your money loosely or being, rampant with it. Now, your credit history generally determines on what? On how much you use your credit card and the substantial amounts that you use. At the same time, you have to pay your payments on time. That's for the 800 plus. Now, there's other factors included in that, but I don't have time to go stay stuck on the 800 plus the 1%ers. Let's just stay where most people are today, from 700 to 799. This is also awesome credit, okay? In the United States, 27% of the United States population belongs to this particular group, this credit card group. And you are just like the people that's in royalty. You pretty much can get credit anywhere you go. And your interest rates will be super low. With this credit score, you will enjoy good rates and a pool of lenders to apply for that will literally come your way. Are y'all still with me? Again, they don't teach this in school. They don't want you to know this in school because the banks want you to lose money. So if you're just going to walk away and leave, then so be it. If you say you know it already, you may not know. That's what I say. You never know what you know. Just listen to the whole thing. All right. Whether you get a personal loan or unsecured loan in the 700 to 799 credit rating, you will get approved. Now, I'm not going to be long. I'm up to the 680 to 699. Now, this is still good credit. I'm sweating because it's hot in here. Right? Nehemiah is getting hot. Nehemiah is watching Sesame Street. Now, this credit range approval particularly is guaranteed, but this is where they get a lot of the people at. And this is where 50% of us at. Interest rates will be marginally higher. That means you're going to pay more money on that particular loan. That means you have to keep the car longer. If you're thinking about a loan, a long-term loan, such as like a house or a boat, I mean, try working on your increasing your credit. Don't get comfortable with this, the up to 699. I'm telling you, they're going to get you. They especially get you most than anyone else. Get your score up to at least 720. You could get there if you had 600 to 699. You could get to 720 easily. You will be rewarded for the efforts in terms of your savings. Your savings will be noticeable. You may be able to keep the car for the whole full term and not have to worry about defaulting at the end of the loan. Now, the 620 to 679. This is the fair credit rating. These are people who really don't even want to use their credit. People who even don't even care about credit. I need to teach y'all the purchasing power of credit. You know what I mean? And stop being scared of your past faults. Now, if you get a credit card or a loan, and depending on where you apply for, and depending on your history, your score is around here. You may have one credit card, one loan, something, but you cannot default. You cannot make one mistake. You know, I found that the rates are not the best when you at 600 to like 645. You actually will get approved for a loan, but I think the banks want to approve you for my main reason I told you from before. Interest rates are going to be higher. You're going to be paying more money to the bank for the same loan. You know, will you apply for a loan? If you do a long-term loan, loans will cost you more money over the term. I'm saying, think about how many people are falling behind on their mortgage payments or their car payments at the end because they went beyond what they could pay because the interest rates was getting charged on you. Look, even the 580 to 619, this is a poor credit score, and you can still get an unsecured loan or a personal loan with that score, even a mortgage. But remember everything I say. When I say but, that means everything before me means doo-doo. But that's what it means. All right, the terms and interest rates will be very appealing? No. You will be in the worst interest rates. Banks would prefer you to have poor credit like this so they could get you the loan and get more money from you. Are you getting me what I'm trying to say? Like, seriously, we're so focused on gratification before thinking about our savings. You think about impressing your friend on the corner by having that car when you're going to be losing money in the future and you're not going to be able to take care of your family. For real. I know this. I just started it off. I told you I had over $200,000 in debt. And look, you'll be required to pay more over a long period of time when you get loans in this score. And because of high interest rates. So I'm letting you know, if you are in the 580 to 619 range, you're going to get screwed. And you think you're getting over, impressing your friends, but you losing to the bank. Now, with scores in this range, if you're going to go to the 500, 570 range, you can still get a loan. But again, even if you even think that you're impressing somebody, the banks just duped you. You gave you the loan so you can impress your friends, but they getting money out of your pocket. Some people with bad credit apply for loans and think about, oh, you know what? I mean, I should just consolidate if my loans are bad like this. Well, consolidation is an option, but again, you're losing money. I got a kid. $200 a month could go to his child care instead of to the corporations and the banks, right? Why would you give it to consolidation when you can take it off your credit? However, if you decide to go that process, I'm telling you right now, proceed with caution. That's all I ask you to do. Just do some research before you even think about consolidating because you're losing money and, oh my, that's stupid. I thought it was cool when I was able to negotiate my debt. I had one. I did it. It was $41,000 on an Acura Legend. And when I negotiated down to $10,000 and I paid that $10,000, you know, I was excited. I was so excited that I was able to do such a thing. And now that I know what I know, I feel like a fool. But I didn't know that. I was ignorant, right? So that's what I'm trying to change, educate you so you don't go in that position I was in. I did it already. I'm trying to stop you from doing it. That's all. Look, now, if you're at the 500 range, right? 500, are we right there? This credit score, you would need to make sure that you do not default on payments. You need to make sure that your situation is going to get better or it will get worse. And if it get worse, you might be thinking of something stupid. I don't know why people think of this. Bankruptcy. Now, bankruptcy is your best get free card in Monopoly or a free Pac-Man when you get to extra man. Bankruptcies is like that in our real life, which I would want to do. I mean, I also contemplate to do bankruptcy myself. I mean, when I had over $200,000 in debt, you would think that I would think bankruptcy. But I thought about it. In real life, the credit life, we are given this one chance to do a bankruptcy. And if I'm going to go into bankruptcy and lose 7 to 10 years of purchasing power, it better be for some big money. Like, what kind of money, in my opinion, that debt better be similar to Donald Trump's debt. If I'm not in Donald Trump's debt, you better not think that bankruptcy. I'm for real. You should be thinking $1 million and better, because whatever you do on bankruptcy, you got that $1 million property or whatever that's holding you down. All right, let's get to the very, very bad credit, and that'll be it. We about to finish it right now. The very bad credit. If this is your credit range, you need serious help. My man watching Sesame Street. He not even paying me no mind. See him, y'all? And he can't even hear it. But look, I mean, you need some assistance with how your credit works. You need education. You need understanding. Stop being embarrassed. Think about all the people that's in the 800 credit range. They don't even know their scores. You had too many credit blunders. You had too many mistakes. You just don't really respect credit. And they will only get worse if you don't even decide to get the education and knowledge. If you don't take positive action, like contact me or contact another credit specialist that really educate, that really try to educate you, not just take your money. Now, which won't be easy. Now, I've been trying to educate you guys on how this works because I seriously have fixed my credit. I seriously do not like the banks robbing you and taking money from you. I'm seriously trying to stop you and liberate you out of credit debt. And I'm taking this serious. All right? I got an FDCPA certification. And I recommend that you fix your credit first before you do anything and apply for any loans if you got bad credit. If your score is below 720, you're going to get a loan, fix it. Just give me a call. I will just educate you. You don't have